Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Cincinnati Man. I am back. I'm here to talk about X-Men 97, Season 1, Episode 7, Bright Eyes. We come back to see what happened immediately after the GENOSHA massacre. But we didn't come back immediately after. We came back a week later. And I was like, it's a week later? And then we get to see Remy, aka Gambit's death. Funeral. My apologies. And I was like, wait a minute, we're not going to see them fly there as fast as they can in like a day or something and try to. I thought we were going to see like a search and rescue there immediately, like things on fire, mutants trying to help each other when they can. We didn't get none of that. And even when they did show up, they ended up. It just was real slow pace. And of course, we saw the blob in the background. We didn't have no interaction with the blob. Had the blob in the how you gonna have the blob in the fake reality, and then come back here, we got him, and he's just in the background. I'm like, that's what he an NPC? He a non-playable character? He's just in the background, huh? Speaking of Genosha, y'all ain't got no. Oh, the mutants they got there are useless. You got one to turn into a bird. You got one that was a doctor that turned into mist. I mean, that was cool. Whatever. And I was like, okay, nobody's using their powers to help anybody. Y'all got an island full of mutants, and nobody's using their powers to help move stuff, to help reorganize things. Nothing. They just regular. Now they just regular people. These mutants are regular. Like, come on, man. There was a scene there. Oh, back to Gambit's funeral. The eulogy that Nightcrawler gave. It was some parts I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Other parts I'm like, you missed the mark, bro. You missed the mark. His eulogy, I guess, it was alright. It was alright. Like he did way too many card references. Way too many card references. I was like, you think you clever? You ain't that clever, bro. Hey, Wolverine watch. Guess what, everybody? Guess what? Wolverine popped his claws and then got mopped. He popped his claws once, like, yeah, let's go do it. And then they fought a super sentinel, and he got mopped immediately, got his ass out of here. Another episode, Wolverine don't do nothing. Oh, he held Jubilee and said, you gotta let her grieve on her own way. He didn't cry. He was just like, you gotta let her grieve in her own way. Like, whatever, man. The interaction between Jean and Scott. Why every single episode now they have to mention, did you know Jean was the Dark Phoenix? Did you know Jean died? Every episode now we got to be reminded of her time as a Phoenix or her time dead. And that part where she was trying to console Scott, like, I know Madeline was important to you and it's not your fault. He knows it's not his fault. That it was never his fault. So the idea would be like, it's not your fault. We know. Duh. And she was like, Madeline was like a sister to me. No, you hated her. before she died. She's probably alive too. You hated her. You hated her because she was all in Scott's thoughts. And I guess Scott ain't never getting no psychic link between him or Jean or him and Madeline ever again. Because there used to be this psychic bond they had where no matter where they were, they could still feel each other. Not anymore. I mean, they're not even trying to reestablish that. Beast, what Beast said to that reporter, he was like, we don't want your sympathy and all your tolerance. I was like, okay, here we go. So now the X-Men are going to become more dark, bitter towards the world. Okay. Well, let's get to it. Rogue running around mopping people left and right. It was like, okay. And then they had an appearance of General Ross, normally a Hawk adversary from the government. And he's like, oh, nobody get in here. This withstands the Hawk. And as soon as he said that, I knew Rogue was going to bust through there. She bust through there and picked him up and was like, where's this person at? Give me the information. And it's interesting. She running around trying to get information from everybody where she could literally just touch somebody. Because they made her touch so easy now. Everything fluctuates with the comics and the TV show and the movie. Rogue should be kind of scared to touch people because it can mess up her thoughts mentally. That should be the crutch. That should be the Achilles heel to her power. It shouldn't just be she gets to do whatever she wants. She should be fearful, like, I could lose my mind doing this too many times or touching somebody too long. The thing with her and Captain America was dumb. It was like, okay, he ain't gonna throw hands with her. But Captain America supposed to be like a strategist where he could figure something out, but nah, he just says, stand down, here's all the information. And then she threw her shield. Rogue an asshole. You gonna throw Cap shield because he will not go to Mexico dressed as the flag because he said that it'll look like we're causing something. Oh, so you against mutants? No, he ain't say that. He's against causing a war with Mexico and other countries, you idiot. Like, that's what killed me. He literally was like, I can't go dressed like this. Like, if I walk into another country like this, there's going to be repercussions. She's like, whatever, and then threw his shield. I was so mad. Captain America is my favorite character in the MCU. But, I mean, cartoon-wise, comic-wise, no. But anyway, her crying at the end, but right before she cried, hey, Nightcrawler ain't shit. She's like, I lost him. I'm crying over a boy. He was like, you lost two. You lost two boys. It was like, shut up, Nightcrawler. Guess what? She don't give a damn about Magneto now. Now she's like lost the love of her life and everything. Are you kidding me? They cry. Oh yeah, and they crying over Gambit. You ain't see one person shed one damn tear about Magneto. Wow, they left it out. They left out Magneto's whole. They didn't even care to even mention Magneto hardly. Wow, that is hilarious. But yeah, and when Nightcrawler was like, "You lost two," she cried even harder. It was like, nah, Rogue, you a mess. This is what y'all like, Rogue lovers. Y'all like. I seen somebody say that Rogue, Magneto, and Gambit is the most perfect love triangle because they would fight for her love. First of all, Magneto's a fucking terrorist that kills people. And one more person try to compare Magneto to fucking Malcolm X, I'm gonna lose my mind, which people keep doing. Malcolm X wasn't bombing places and shit and saying he killed all people and stuff. He was like, I want my. We ain't even gonna go there. Then you got a thieving Gambit who I defend all the time, but I'm gonna tell you right now, even if Rogue and Gambit got together, I'm saying Gambit gonna cheat on her. I got a feeling like he gonna cheat on her. It don't matter. Hey, guess what, everybody? You know how you could touch somebody, Rogue? Get Beast to make one of those those depowering bracelets, those coupling, that thing over their neck to stop them from using their powers. Why don't you get him to modify it where it could be like a wristband or something? Then you could touch Remy all you want. You ever thought about that? Her killing trash was just, whatever. But I mean, this episode was slow in the beginning and then it picked up, and then when it picked up, it was like okay. Like, there's too many storylines. There's too many storylines going on. I'm just watching what this is and saying, wow, this is y'all really going pretty slow with all this. Well, I'm Cincinnati, man. Have a good one.